This past Wednesday, May 13th, 2026, is the night that God got the attention of all his people through a power outage. Let me explain. It was a pretty normal day. I just did my normal thing and then went to church, and just during worship, out of nowhere, boom, the lights go out. And I saw the media team just running around everywhere, and most churches would just stop right there, and not carry on, but not us. The worship just got even crazier. We started praising God even more while the power outage was still out. I don't know for sure what happened, but apparently there was a fire that happened that was close to the church, and there's a chance that it got the electrical cord that took out the power, not just in the church, but in the whole block too. So eventually everyone started to calm down a bit. We even grabbed some of our spare lights that didn't require the power from the church, and we just started having a big worship night right there, and it was awesome. Everyone was worshiping, everyone was praising God, and no one was really stagnant. This happened also in the Kids World section, in where the younger elementary people are. They also had their own little worship night. And then in the main, everyone was all fired up. There was still a great word. There's this picture right here where you can see everyone turning on their lights with their phones, and it was just a beautiful cinematic kind of look to it. And I just think that's really awesome. The guest speaker that was there still preached a fire message. And throughout all of this, we still carried on with church. Most churches will just stop right there. They'll cancel it, have everyone leave so that they can figure out a problem, but not us, because this church is different. I go to the World Outreach. It's a church in San Bernadino. And this night really this night really showed God getting all of our attention. I mean, for me personally, I was kind of going through it that night. I didn't have the best day, and I was tired. I didn't really want to do anything. I really didn't want to serve, but I still did. And honestly, before the power outage, the worship I did was maybe a little reluctant, and that's not good. But it wasn't until the power went out where something just clicked within me. I started worshiping how I normally worship. I started to actually worship not reluctantly to God, but also just give him true praise and honor. And that's something that we just all have to get to a point to. I felt a fire being stirred within my heart. I feel like a lot of people did that night. And this is the thing that we have to ask God. We have to really try to seek his presence, even in the tough times, even in the times where you don't want to do anything, even in those times where it's just rough. But yet we still have to be as close to God as ever. It's funny because I got asked to do the altar call that night, and this happened before the power outage when I got asked, and I turned him down because I didn't feel like I was in a good place in my heart to do it. But now looking back at it, talking with my parents, I learned that I need to really do more. I need to be able to push through, and that's what we all have to do in life. In life, we have to be able to push through those hard times, to still do things that our flesh self doesn't want to do, but we still do it because it gives God the glory and the honor. So I encourage you, if you're going through a hard time as a Christian, please just hang on. Still continue to do God's will, and God will have you flourish, prosper in everything that you do. And as you can see right here, I walked around the sanctuary to see how it looked. This was after service, and out of nowhere you could see here that boom, the lights went back on and everything was still good. That could have been really bad because I mean, we have food there. Praise God that the power went back on, and yeah, that was pretty much it. I'm documenting my life as a high schooler, so follow for more.